There's more trouble for Rupert Murdoch. The media mogul is jetting into London after an investigation into corruption of public officials saw 8 arrests over the weekend, 5 of them journalists at his tabloid newspaper, The Sun.
Poppy Trowbridge followed the hacking scandal for us last year. Poppy, these arrests are actually part of a different investigation.
Yes, that is important to remember. These 5 journalists who work for this newspaper, The Sun, it is the most widely read tabloid in this country, were arrested and questioned in an investigation over bribing public officials, an investigation into corruption. Now, what this does show is this scandal that had started off with the hacking scandal, which I should note is a completely separate investigation, has now spread to The Sun, to another newspaper, and threatens to tarnish what is the best-selling title in Murdoch's newspaper empire here.
Well, as for Mr. Murdoch, we hear that he is coming back to London. You just have to ask how bad this could get for him, because goodness knows he has other interests in this country.
Well, we know that his newspaper title, particularly The Sun, has a lot of political influence, but his company, News Corp, owns a stake in a TV broadcaster, Sky, a 39% stake, and it's extremely lucrative. That's where his financial power comes from within the UK media landscape. And one MP who's been following the hacking scandal and now the corruption investigation says that the Murdoch governance just may not be good enough for him to continue in that state of ownership.
It's quite clear to me that over many years, wrongdoing took place on a number of newspapers at News International. He's the boss of the company, he's responsible for corporate governance, and therefore he's not a fit and proper person to own a television company under the rules as they stand.
You can see what's happening here. Reputational damage. His political influence could be limited if he has to shut down more newspapers, and he could be hit in the purse as well if he has to give up his stake in
How does it all affect his company in the States, News Corp?
Well, News Corp shares are up 10% since he had to close down the News of the World, which is considered the peak of the crisis. But legal costs are mounting. They're up to $200 million. That is going to affect how shareholders feel about holding News Corp long term.
Poppy Trowbridge, thank you.